Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson, rather than continue on with the code, we're going to get a few more things set up within Unity itself, and then we can continue with the code in the very next lesson. But for now, I'm going to come here to Assets and I'm going to create a new folder. And we're going to call this Resources. And inside that folder, we're going to create a new GUI skin. And I'll just call this flashlight_skin. So we want to make sure we open up label. And we'll need to assign a font. I'll use the legacy one actually for now. We'll set the font size to 12 and the alignment to middle center. So we may change some of these values later on, but this will suffice for now. And now let's actually come to the scene. In fact, let's create a new scene, basic built-in. And what we'll do is we'll select the camera and the directional light. Let's delete those, we won't need those. And the first thing we'll do is let you bring in a 3D object of a cube. I'll just rename this to floor. Let's reset the position. And the scale on the X and the Z axis, let's change this to 20. And the Y, I'm just going to change to 0.01. So this is, just for the floor. It will be perfectly fine. This scene isn't for a game, it's just for testing. And then I'll come to standard assets, characters, prefabs, and I'll drag and drop the FPS controller in. Let's just reset that position. And I'll just move the Y position up. Let's hit play and just make sure that our character is able to walk and move around in this test scene. In fact, I'll make it 50 and 50 on the X and Z axis just to give us a little bit more space. Now these prefabs I'm using for the FPS controller, these are the depreciated ones, however they are still available on the Unity Asset Store for free. And obviously there's the updated ones which you can use also, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you've got an FPS character that actually works, you can use any one you wish. So I'm just going to open up the FPS controller, select first person character. And let's add a light component. And we're going to change this to a spotlight. And the colour. Now I'm just going to change mine to a slightly yellowish tinge, because that to me looks more realistic. We'll draw the halo. And we'll select a cookie. Now I have two cookies for the flashlight. Again, These are available under the standard assets, so again they are freely available. Now, as for the rest of the settings, we won't need to actually adjust them for the light, and the reason why is we'll actually adjust these values in code. So obviously we could do that here, but again it gives me a chance to show you different ways of doing things, and talking of which, we can come to the main FPS controller and let's attach the flashlight script. And as you can see, we have a space to assign the GUI skin we've just created. But again, we're going to have this assigned in code. Again, just so I can show you how to load in resources. So with that said, again, I'm just going to come here. So I have a selection of skyboxes. Now, this is the classic skybox pack. It is available on the Unity Asset Store. It does not cost a penny, so don't worry about that, but any dark skybox you wish to use will work. And with that said, we're going to come to Window, Rendering and Lighting. And then we'll click the Environment tab. So the first thing we'll need is to assign a skybox. So I'm just going to use this first one, Sky 101. It should be plenty dark enough for this project. Intensity multiplier, I'm going to change that to 0.2. Let's have a look. The intensity multiplier, let's change that to 0.2 as well. Let's hit play. So we have a fairly dark scene now. And obviously you can see the flashlight, although it's far from ideal. And of course it's always on. There's no there's actually nothing working at the moment. So with that said, let's stop that there. Now, once we've filled out the script a little more, you will start to see these actually begin to assign. Obviously the skin isn't going to do that yet because we haven't got the code to grab it from the resources folder, but we'll be doing that very shortly. But now we have everything in Unity set up, we'll leave it there for now, and we'll pick this up in the very next video. So until then, as always, bye for now.